Hello, and this is Apex Speed doing the voiceover for this race done with Boring League with GT cars at Le Mans. This is the qualifying laps as I try and set a decent time, but it turns into a crash mania, like a ultimate crash mania, unfortunately. But let's get into it as I am in the 2015 Squadra Corse Hurricane Super Trofeo. Everyone seemed to be sliding all around, having a hard time holding it together, as I seem to get my first penalty by just slipping off track for 2 seconds. Give me half a second penalty for that. Into the wall I go for hanging on to the brake pedal just a little too long while turning the wheel. Into the second lap of qualifying here at the Mulsanne corner, and coming out I just go a little too wide and onto the grass I go. Into the third lap of qualifying, let's see how I can cement a decent time. The Mulsanne corner just seems to be the bane of my existence for this race, as I seem to do the same thing, go wide onto the grass, and it just holds off my time. And that's it for that lap. It's not gonna be a good lap at all, and 408 is the time I'm starting with. Rest of this, just get to the finish line. And as we cross it, qualifying with 13th position. As we get ready to start the race, this group I am with does not have it set up for us to go into our qualifying laps in the start of the race, so we get a formation lap where we go around the track, find our starting grid position, and start the race. As everyone seems to be warming up their tires, someone slams on their brake and gives the field a pileup. As we sort out who's on the right and the left of the formation lap to start the race.
Even's on the right, right? Even's on the left, got it.
I end up downshifting for what reason I don't know, going into reverse, throwing myself off track and out of formation. But I put pedal to the metal and do a little catching up here. As I get into 12th position, that quickly falls in the chicane as I spin someone out.
My bad.
Accidentally, and I fall down to 13th position. Into the first chicane here, and lose control, just holding on to the brake pedal a little too much and over rotating the car. Costs me another position. As we get into the third lap, which is technically the second lap out of 15. the sun starts to set, and I believe the tires are just getting a little too, or the track is just getting a little too cool, and I hold on to the brake pedal and over rotate the car into the sand pit. As I get going, the lights are on, and into the first chicane, and go off track and get a little warning. In the full dark on the back straight, I lose a bit of control, gain it back as we come up to the first chicane on the straight. I seem to lose it again and go wide. Off track, losing time. Like I said, it's very embarrassing the amount of crashes I do in this race. Here comes another one as I somehow rotated the car in the wrong direction of the corner. But we get going here again. A little bit of off track there, held it together. Ended up in the sun pit in the last corner. Into lap 4, and I put the car into almost put it into the sand pit, but saved it in the S's after the Dunlop corner. On the back straight into the second chicane, nice and smooth. Into the Mulsanne corner, and I just can't seem to get the car to rotate. And it seems to mainly be because my tires are too cold. That's one thing I need to pay attention to when tuning the car, is the heat retention. And there are ways to mitigate that, and I need to focus on that a bit more with my tunes. As I go into the sand pit here, oh, that seems to be coming up to the mall. We are in the 4 chicane there, getting past the pits. That was a rough corner, not smooth at all. As I settle into my camera view, coming into the first chicane here on lap 5, I seem to have an issue with this tune, because every time I come into the corner, if I do a little too much braking, it does the same thing. It just over rotates the car in that same initial turn direction. As we're coming out of the new Mission Blanche, I spin the car around. I seem to have gotten the back end just a little too loose and just spun it around. Into lap 6, I missed my braking point in the Mulsanne corner and go wide. But clearly my tires are done, no more grip. As we come into Indianapolis and lose control because there is no grip left. Time for a pit stop.
How do I activate the safety car?
As we come around the other end of the new Mission Blanche, my headset turns off and I try and turn it on as I pause the menu to try and turn it on. I'm in the gravel pits, but time to get into the pits, and that can't even go right as I hit the pit entry median.
How do I hit the goddamn pit in?
Horrible.
Good.
But we're in the pits nonetheless. About to get my first car lapping me.
Now.
And for some reason I chose to go on the hard tires, and that plus cold tires is not a good mix for my driving.
Forgot I got cold tires.
As we get past the Dunlop chicane onto the back straight, there goes another car lapping me. It's the second position car, and I try and avoid not going to the back of them, and the same thing happens. Car gets loose and just keeps over rotating the same initial turning direction. But we get going here with another car about to lap me. There they go. And the sun is up now, past the halfway point, into the Dunlop S's and losing control. No penalty, but a broken ego for sure. As I lose control again in the S's, blaming the car, but it's really my skill issue. As we come up to Terre Rouge, entering the back straightaway, I lose control again and over-rotate into the wall. As somebody else laps me.
Yep.
As we get out of Arnage into the gravel pit we go, and just have a hard time regaining ourselves onto the track. As we come to the Mulsanne corner again, I just go a little too wide into the gravel pit a bit. But a car comes by me, lapping me, position number 9. This Mulsanne corner is really the bane of my existence on this track, as well as the first chicane. Just I tried everything to avoid over rotating, but and under braking into this corner, wide again into the gravel pit, forgetting that these front tires are cold and I have the hard tires on. I should have stayed with the mediums. As I touch the rumble strip in the new Mission Blanche, I go into the wall. coming out of the Porsche corner, I of course have headphone issues again. And right into the wall I go, because I missed my braking point coming into the second chicane, and I have a hard time getting the car going, and yeah, finally back on track.
Emma's about to fit past me.
And I'm getting lapped for the second time by the leaders. There comes the second position. Oh no, the position 11. That makes everyone now has officially lapped me. Sad day for me. And my headphone goes out again. And I lose control trying to turn off pit assist. I don't know why that is on. I do not need to pit. I've got 2 laps to go. I just need to finish this race.
What the fuck?
As of course it puts me into the pits.
For some reason.
And I didn't use the option to put mediums or softs on like an idiot. I'm already in the pits, just put the tires on. But we get going, and it's 8 minutes left to the end of the race, and I have 2 laps to go, and my headset turns off again. As we come up to the Arnage, we go off track again. As we drive up to the Porsches with the sun coming up, or sun going down, the last lap we are doing in total darkness again, and we do the same thing in that first chicane. Oversteer off track. As we get going, we're just trying to make it to the end of the race before the time runs out. Can we do it? Coming up to the second chicane, and we brake in time into the apex and power out. Coming into the Mulsanne kink, into the Mulsanne corner. Let's see if we break enough for this one. 2 minutes left in the race. We made that corner look beautiful that time around. Keeping it together, coming up to Indianapolis. Hard right into hard braking left. We're keeping it together so far. Arnage, can we make it? We do a decent job at getting through as we're coming up to the Porsche curve. Hard brake into the Porsche curve. Nice and fast. Right hand. Switching to the fast left. Dabbing the brake. Into the new Mason Blanc. And it's less than 30 seconds as we go off track, trying to make it to the end before the timer's up. Are we going to make it? That's the question. Hard braking into the Ford chicane. And as we come out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and we finished, crossed the finish line in 12th place.
I actually crossed the finish line with 2 seconds left.
If you only know how much I was sweating to make it to the end of that race. I am going to make sure I tune these cars to make it to the end of these races without making it a crash mania. I would like to thank you for watching. If you like this content and want to see my progress in sim racing, hit that subscribe button and follow me in all the other social media networks like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Until next time, have a good day and thanks for watching. Take care.